It's an intelligence case run out of the Fusion Center, right? Where they're literally like targeting African Americans, our children. They got my son. If I told you what was going on, you probably would be like, it's unbelievable.
No, bro, I'm from New York.
Okay.
We got the corrupt mayors.
There's a shadow power system. But anyway, they just stole or lifted my computers. When I went in here to file my case, first off, I've been up like all night trying to file online, cyber attacks, everything, so on.
Can we
and so
cross
forth.
the street?
Yeah. So I come in here. It's my first time here, right? Filing my case. That's literally Apple Computer, T-Mobile. What's happened is the New Jersey Fusion Center has like a watch list where they put people who are considered a threat on this list, right? So my case was an argument with this Jewish landlord, right? And he, when we had an argument over parking space, I sued him like small claims. That kicked off, this is like 10 years ago, that kicked off this whole litany of events because of his power and connections in that county in New Jersey. I got, now that I find out going through this again with my son, put on this list, and I've been on this list. Literally, if I go to buy a cell phone at Walmart, order a pizza, whatever, there's some kind of community watch information that they feed up to this Fusion Center.
Do you have Instagram?
Huh?
Do you have Instagram or no?
No. I mean, I have one, but I don't use it yet. But listen, I was just going to ask if you could just film me going back in and confronting them about the computers that they took, because I come in and file the case. I have a coin, right? They're able to lift. They're able to cloak. Like,
yeah, I can't film inside the federal courthouse.
Yeah,
I can't.
Anyway, they're able to cloak, sir. So they're able to be in your home, and this is what happened to me. They were in my home with me and my child, who's a 9-year-old. Routinely, things will get lifted. My phones will disappear. So they have this ability to cloak or bend light. You can't see them in your home. Mm-hmm. So they're able to get whatever information that they can, or whatever else. You would not even know it. This is what happened to my coin. I go in there, but there's a coin to return and get your items from. I had the 2 laptops. I have 2 phones. All of a sudden, my coin is disappearing. And then they're blaming me. Oh, you lost your coin. You don't know what it is.
My email
yeah.
is the same as this name. So David New York NYC at gmail.com. Send me a message. And
in this case, this is the first one against my employer, because they thought they had they were literally been investigating me, who I sleep with, because of any reason to keep this surveillance. But this surveillance has been going on for 10 years. Now they've been starting with my son. He's 9 years old, and I get a call from Apple. Maybe it was about 4 months ago. Apple Computer, some executives there. And they're like, wanting me to look into my son's school. He goes to a private school in Jersey. Well, it's Christian school, now it's secular. But anyway, they're like, look into the, your consent. Basically, they were telling me they're doing something at the school without your consent. I didn't take it that seriously at the time. I mean, I'm like, this is weird, whatever. But as I'm going through this other case, which is against my employer for wrongful termination, because they had information from this Fusion Center. The Fusion Center has my job there. They have connections with Apple, with T-Mobile. So they're able to amass all of this personal information about you and literally start to control and dictate your life. When I fought back, get off of my computer, you don't have any business in my computer and my home. But the more I fought back, the more they put pressure back on me. So I just, I prayed about it. I have a very strong connection with God, and that's why I'm able to do where I am now, and I'm going to continue with these cases and expose this system. They've offered money to kind of go away, but no. I said what God has for me is more than you'll ever be able to give me.
Are you in this area often, or is this like a rare occasion that you're right here?
It's a rare one-time occasion, my first time being here, because I tried to file online this case in district court here this is against the employer. And this will go up. This will be the largest suit you've ever heard of. They literally have attacked us in our home. They've used EMF, RF against us because it's hard to trace. But what it does is it makes you disoriented. my child has been under this, right? So I'm having him checked out and evaluated, and I'm demanding answers for them. Why would they allow? But they work with a private security firm who specialize in this kind of harassment, stopping me from filing this case. This has literally been a year that they've been on blocking to keep me from filing the case. But I'm here. I filed it today. It was a big moment for me. And now
So you are able to successfully file it?
I got it filed.
Happy to hear that.
Computers that I have all my research on are being gone through by the government right now. That's the thing. That's the crookedness behind it. So they were able to lift that chip off of me without me being able to see it. And they're able to do that. They're able to make your phone literally disappear.
Yeah.
Because they have that ability, but it's not released to the public. And that's one of the things I've been complaining about to them is I'm like, we should know the tools that the police department has and that they're using against these minority communities. But they've been after me. They had no idea who they were dealing with. When they first started, I was like, I'm not the one. That's what I said, told them. They didn't believe that. But I have a very strong faith, and through God, who has revealed every step of the way. So everything that they do to me, God is turning it into something positive. Just like I know these computers, God has wanted, He wants them to have these computers for whatever reason. I don't know why, but He's in control of them. They think they're in control of me, but God is in control of them. And He's still on the throne and very live and active, right?
Well, I wish you luck, brother, because if what you're saying, if they did what you're saying they did to you, then that means, a win for you is a win for all of us, in the fact that you would be exposing it and holding them accountable. So,
and that's what
and
that's what I'm determined and have been doing, no matter what the obstacles that have come. But what kind of hit me in the gut was going after my son, literally, because and as I'm uncovering, trying to do FOIA requests, get privacy information released, going through the proper channels, I'm finding out they're not even releasing them.
I mean, you know who Eric Snowden is?
Yes, it's exactly
what you're saying. Like, I'm not like looking at you like you're telling me a story. I followed his case, so
really,
what you're saying, it's not far fetched to me. I have my own.
When they want to push and put their foot on your neck, they're able to selectively identify you, just like they identified me. I went to an Ivy League school, the Wharton School of Business. Okay. I've been in finance, right? But I had this run-in with this, what I think is, this Jewish person they have their faith, fine, and I respect whatever they have, but also have this Christian faith. And they've been coming at me, exposing, trying to get all of, whatever my sins, trying to expose it, discredit, look at him, who he sleeps with, blah, blah, blah. And Jesus 2,000 plus years ago, that's where my sins are. So, but what they have done was expose the network to me. I've tracked, keeping all my data, information. So everything that I've said to you, I can back up scientifically.
Yeah, I just like to be transparent with people, I am indeed a journalist. And yeah, I'd like, if one day you have the time, maybe, are you familiar with YouTube or any of that? Maybe I can have you on.
But I've been under the radar. I've been in corporate America pursuing my career until I was identified and marked. And they literally went through a coordinated effort with my employer, with each state, every touch of my life. But Apple has a conscience, apparently. Their top executives who reached out to me to warn me. But their offices in Jersey or in this area, they told me somehow they can't control what they're doing to me, but the corporate office is supportive. And they've tried to help me out with little bits of things along the way. So I feel like they're going to come back in the story once I get my case. They have all my information. So all these attacks, cyber, all of that stuff they have on their servers anyway. So I feel like it's going to come back around where I have, this is part of His plan. So going through this stuff I feel like it's a judgment for them. And what's scary is I had a vision, me and my son, like on May 17th, okay? I'm doing all this casework, all these battles back and forth with them. I have a vision from God. The vision it's like a judgment. It's a picture of all of these people being sucked into this hole, right? The next thing was like, what is today's date? I told my son, what is the date? I asked him. He was like, okay, the 17th, the 17, you look, what does 17 mean in the Bible? It's the end of a system and the beginning of a new period is what God was showing me, that he's bringing this system that I'm describing with all the networks and behind the scenes, able to target people, take them down or whatever. It's this, I call it like an invisible fist. And oddly enough, and I'm trying to figure this part out, all the people I saw in that picture, sort of judgment and sucked up in that hole, they were white people. I don't understand that part, because I'm like, I'm surely some black people are going to be judged into that. So, but as I'm more and more understanding this network, everybody in this network so far that I've interacted with is one color. So there's a racial dynamic of control that was started, I feel like, and my research is telling me, from the 60s when the civil rights era was going on, there was research happening concurrently with that as a backup plan, right? And I know I'm on camera, so that's all I'm going to say at that point, because until I get more data, that's just a hypothesis. So but I know, you know, what it is. But before I release it, I want to have all the data behind it, which incidentally is not being released. So all the cover-up is like within the secret agencies, right? Oh, it's classified. We can't give that to you, you know. So, but hopefully I'll be able to push for some accountability on these networks, at least the more tangible ones that we can see operating, collaborating with our employees. Like, why would our employers have access to our personal information through data brokers who are trading and selling and providing this information to them? But what's shocking is that schools would be, you know, children. Why would you need information? So clearly violation of child privacy, all kinds of laws, but they are so brazen that they are literally, you know, able to be in your home, do whatever, as if there's no consequence for this. But apparently, they're treating me like I'm the one that, I don't know, woke up or something, or I'm the one. I'm like, how could I be the one that they're so targeting attention of? Yeah, I'm literally cars, black cars. It's like I have so much attention. It's like I'm a famous person, I guess, in that network. How could that be?
Well, I wish you luck and Godspeed, brother.
Yes, but I want you to look out for the case. When you see when it comes out, because their only hope has been to shut down because what I'm describing, well, I think once it's public knowledge, people will probably say, well, you know what? When that thing happened to me, they'll be able to put sort of the pieces in the puzzle together. So, but anyway, I'm following God and faith. God is leading me to do this, and I know he's gonna, you know, the system is coming to an end. It's coming very soon.
God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers, right? That's what I'm saying?
I'm certainly, well, we say it every day. We're in the army of the Lord, right? And every event, that's the reason why I know it's every event from my childhood up until this last year, I can see the connection of where God has been leading me all of my life. So everything happened for a very specific purpose. I'm sure meeting you, running into you, you know, I've tried to reach out to different organizations, ACLU, you know, the phones have been, whatever they have that moves my cell into whatever their tower. They literally have fake calls with me where I'm talking to somebody thinking I'm talking to a representative of one of these agencies, and it's one of their people who, you know.
Gotcha.
So if they're in that much attention, if they're that scared, which I feel like they're very scared, and like, all we need is one piece of this and then the whole house of cards falls down.
But yeah, brother, that's my info. My email is exactly the same as that. You just add Gmail at the end.
Yeah. So what got you into this?
I'm about particularly mainly NYPD accountability.
Yeah. And they're the other end of the toss-off. Like when I come into New York, they kind of take over
I should give you
the other side of it. Like
I'll give it to you.
When I'm in New York, the same thing is happening. But I know they have all that information, but like I said, I'm not.
So this is my YouTube, and that is where I do the most of my independent journalism in. And you'll immediately see that what you're telling me here it's not exactly the same realm of things I deal with, but it's not far.
Really?
So you'll be like, wow, it's crazy that out of all people you had this conversation with me.
Really?
Once you get a chance to look.
Okay.
Pleasure meeting you, brother. Be safe. Well, that was a relief, guys. I didn't have to talk for like 40 minutes right there. You guys got to talk to I don't know, but it was a nice relief. Nice relief from my voice box. I don't know how that lady Tisha can talk that much, bro. Like, I get exhausted from talking. I got a nice little break right there. That was well deserved. I'm happy. Got a little break. Little breaky achy. They're not mods, they're family. And Evan, if you keep coming around and you keep hanging out, you'll be part of the family too. You as well, Bluey. Sarah's so much trouble. Damn, bro, the sun is crazy. Yeah, guys, I'm not paying anybody to be a mod. It's just, if you're a mod, your messages are going to stand out. Your name is going to stand out. I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that's such and such. You know, it's easier to identify you. No, Logan, I'm not even black, bro. You don't see the brown skin? This is black. This is black. The skin is brown. Where you see a black person? Where? You got me scared. There's a black person around. Where? No wonder I put my chains away. There's blacks among us. Where? I didn't see any today. Morgan, bro, that's so disrespectful, bro. I don't look nothing like Morgan, bro. That's so disrespectful. I think they might be coming, guys. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Is that them? No, it's not them. It's not. False alarm. It's not them, guys. It's not them. It's not them. It's not. Bro, who's a liar? Who you talking about? I'm a liar? What I ever lied about? And who I gotta lie to? Who I'm afraid to lie to? Who's a liar? You're talking about me? And moi? Sprite and bananas? What kind of monkey are you? That's not my kind of thing. Sprite and bananas. Give me some watermelon and some grape juice, Sprite and bananas. James Joseph, that's the kind of monkey you are? I like watermelon and grape juice. Or or Kool-Aid. Give me some watermelon and some Kool-Aid. I don't know about Sprite and banana.
We all know what the U.S. government represents if you're a black man.
Treason is here.
Hey.
Treason trying to get the... Huh? It's a press. A press.
I'm pressed.
Yeah.
Hello, my Facebook friends. Yours truly. I am now here at the Diddy trial. I gave you my word that I will keep you updated. Especially to my sister Nikki, that the little sister has made. Nikki, little sister has made to none other than bringing you guys live in.
Only the devil believes a lie.
Here we go, guys. Hello. From Michigan. Anchor from Michigan. Hello, my New York officers. Thank you guys for doing what you do. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Hey, Facebook. The girl said she was coming. I'm going to put her in my word.
It's not the NYPD, guys. It's not the NYPD. This is the federal courthouse. It's federal cops, not the NYPD. Yeah, I'm okay. There's a pretty long psychological explanation. I was around them 24 hours a day. I was around them 24 hours a day. This is all I knew still. Why aren't you happy to be severed? Isn't this great? $50 subs and a wait time to verify. Yeah, I don't know. I think Treason doesn't know how to do it. It's a bunch of people out here. Waiting for the family to leave. Mother, father, brother. I mean, mother, children, 3 sons. Haha, I'm cool at this position. Sorry, guys. It's just a lot going on around here. Sorry for not staring at the screen. Yeah, they come out through this. awaiting the exit from court from the family today, guys. Awaiting the exit from court of the family. We're outside the P. Diddy trial. Quincy Brown, Christian Combs, Justin Combs, P. Diddy's mother. That is who we are waiting to see leave court today. Everybody's crowding up, so let me start to grab my spot.
What's up, man? How you doing?
So where you gonna be, brother? You gonna be right there? All right. I didn't see her. I didn't see her today.
Got it?
Yep. Oh, my bad. I didn't know you were waiting for me. Waiting for the exit of the P. Diddy family, guys. P. Diddy family exit. be able to see Mama Combs and the three sons leave. Be patient. Exactly. Patience, patience, young grasshoppers. Patience, young grasshoppers. In due time, the grass will grow. Be like Yoda would say. Be patient, you must. Patience, you must show.
Started from the bottom now, you hear? Yeah. Get the whole coming out. Get the whole coming out, you're gonna get the best shot.
I give it to him. I ain't afraid of the gospel of Christ.
Diddy get it. Remember, Diddy get it. Diddy get it. Big E is in the building. Where's JC? Where's JC? Where Oprah at? Where Mary J. Blige at? Get a picture.
That's the sketch artist, guys. Why are you so loud, bro? Why are you snitching?
That's the right there. Destroy him on Facebook. I'm gonna get it right there.
Hello, Mr. Officer.
Yeah, false alarm, guys. False alarm. We're still waiting for the Diddy family. love my channel? Thank you. David, the jury is out, but the judge and lawyer is still talking. David, check out. Guys, what you don't understand is, I'm looking down the road to see if the car is coming. Like, I'm looking behind me to make sure the car, that's when they're coming, is when the car's here. Ivan, I was thinking the same. Waiting for the family, guys. Waiting for the family.
But I have spoken to the spiritual beings that I'm this is before, because really originally we were supposed to get Vegas on her birthday. And so God opened up a door. Yes, this is the door someone is first in my eyes, because I spoke to her.
I want to know where's Jay-Z? Where's Sean Paul's brother? Beyonce.
These guys are being loud. It's always that one loud black guy.
That's what we want to know.
Today. Yes, and yesterday.
Don't forget you had me.
Well, let me tell you guys something. It was because we prayed. Yes, but I'm serious. I don't know your
Where's LeBron James at? Can somebody tell me? Is he still playing for the Lakers? Where's LeBron James? He's hiding right now. He don't know if he's going to return or play.
everybody about
LeBron James is like this.
Yahweh everywhere I go. I tell them. I'm like,
I don't even see the car yet.
Where's Clark Davis? Clark Davis said he don't even know who Diddy is. Yeah, they did, but Clark Davis said they said
Now you guys are using my words against me now. You guys think you're funny? He's not black, he's brown. Now you guys are using my words against me. Hey. It's not nice. It's not nice.
get in, man. Y'all just what do you think? Y'all just locked me out of here. I always have to go James is at right now. Is he still playing for the Lakers? He the one who said ain't no party like a Diddy party. That's what he said. That's what LeBron said. Where's Oprah at? Megan Thee Stallion, Alicia Keys, all these people that was at these FOs. Where are they? Where's Ray J? Where's William Norwood, who allegedly unalived Whitney Houston? Yeah, I said it. William Norwood allegedly unalived Whitney Houston. Why he ran out the hotel before the cops got there, covering his face? Why the police never questioned him and he was messing with her at the time that she got unalived? Well, what's with these bathtubs? Whitney Houston, Barbie Christina, Aaron Carter. What happened with all these bathtubs? Listen, I'm giving y'all the facts right here. All right? This is the facts right here. Yeah, this is the facts right here. Listen, Clive Davis is a monster. He went to Diddy, and Diddy went to Ray J and sent Ray J to unalive Whitney Houston. Remember I said that. If you go to Drink Champs, you look at what Diddy said. Like the way you do that, Daddy. Like the way you distracted this rapist. He said Ray J being Ray J. Yeah, Ray J let loose. And they was about to beat Ray J up. It wasn't for Chris Brown. They was going to whoop Ray J into a coma.
Well, we thank the Lord they didn't whoop him into a coma. All right,
Waiting for the Diddy family, guys. Diddy's mom, Diddy's sons. We're waiting for the arrival of the Diddy family.
Where's Little Wolfman? AKA Justin Coleman. Where is he? That's not Diddy's son. It's not Diddy's son. Justin Combs is not Diddy's son. Go look at Dwayne Wolf Jones and then look at Justin when he come out. You tell me if he look like Diddy. All Diddy kids look like Diddy. Look at Christian. Look at the twins. Look at Chance. They all look like Diddy with the forehead and everything. Look at Justin. Don't look nothing like Diddy. He don't even look like Misa. That's his mother.
we just gotta keep them lifted up in prayer.
And then he had a reputation for beating women in the early 90s. He beat Misa under a truck because he thought she was messing with her son. I ain't gonna say nothing to Janice Cause tonight. She having a hard time. I can though.
But don't, please.
I can. I'm not gonna say nothing until today. But I can.
Okay.
But she created that monster. She created it. And she was at these FOs. She's at those FOs. Janice Combs, they got everything in her name. Everything. All the money, the enterprise, everything is in Janice Combs' name. She created that monster. Yeah. I'm gonna take it easy on her. Take it easy on her today. I'm gonna give her son's hell though.
Mercy.
Monday I might feel different.
That's cool. For some reason, this guy, I almost.
What about Clark Davis right there?
Oh my God.
Wait. Y'all ain't really believe that.
You play too much. You know he called you my dad. How you doing it? I'm from Michigan. My name is Yolanda. You went to Ohio? Oh, Michigan! Yes, Michigan!
And listen, the question is, did he do it? Hey! Just click your heels 3 times, you'll be back home. No place like home.
Yeah, but you see when the man rolls up, it's usually a sprinter van.
You don't have to do whatever now. No, come back.
Yeah.
And it could be me.
Yeah. When it comes out, everybody.
How's it going inside? How's it looking inside? Oh, it's not all right.
She said, she's like,
Food is here. We are here, y'all. We have arrived. We have arrived. Diddy is good. Last shooter. Came to my life for a reason. Don't get what to say about him. Diddy tried to get 30 when he's gonna play. Every damn year. If I ever had a hot, I was gonna speak my head. If I had a hot, it's gonna come right. I said I'm doing 30,000 views a video. If I ever had an enemy, you better come to me right here. You better come to me right here. Come on. If you don't get that the car too dirty to be making all that noise.
that car looked like it was in the
The car too dirty to be making all that noise.
What's up, guys? Nut house display. An absolute nut house.
Mama Flipper's in the building. The devil is
I've been here all day. They've been waiting for me. You talking about it's quiet when it's quiet. Everybody waiting for Justin to clean on this. And my little. Hold on. You gotta get ready to go to the clock. Be outside, all right? Don't see a hater, y'all. Don't hate us.
Still waiting, guys. Well, when he comes out, it's usually something. Him and the tall one, the one that looks like John Wick. Those are the ones. The tall one definitely escorts today. I think he also does. I didn't see John Wick today though. Should be movement shortly, guys. Every time we see him, Diddy family's not far behind. Oh yeah, you guys in England, sorry. Keeping you guys up so late. What time is it? It's like 10, what? Almost 9 p.m.? 9 p.m.
Listen. Y'all can put y'all cameras down. Nothing's happening until the sprinter van comes up. When the sprinter van comes up, they're not going to let the money come out here without check it over there.
Yeah. But I thought that was closed. I'm not sure.
Brazil in the house. Guys, this is the P. Diddy trial in New York City. We're waiting for P. Diddy's family, his mother, and his 3 sons to leave court this evening. This is week 3. This is the end of week 3 of the P. Diddy trial.
What you want me to do, baby?
I'm just watching yourself. Everything on me, watch yourself. I'm watching. You got babies in me, baby. Chill, baby. Look, your man took the story.
And I love you with the love of the Lord. I love you too. Amen. I love you.
You know Jesus is doing this back today.
Amen.
Walk. So I love you.
All right, no time.
Yes, I love you too.
I don't know what the holdup is, guys. Starting to rain. Raindrops coming down.
They're attacking you too.
It's a flood, so it's going to be a downpour. That's what you're saying? It's a flood watch, really?
Showtime. Now for real, showtime. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there.
He might be telling the truth. He might actually be telling the truth.
Sylvia in the building. Despite what y'all think, President Trump is not going to pardon Diddy. I guarantee that.
Take this off the screen.
That Larry Hoover party was just stuck. Because he knew he was going to see. He had 200 years in the state.
Hold on. It's the Diddy party time.
I don't know about that now.
Maybe I don't want to be a part of that, right?
What's the difference between this party and Diddy party? We all got our clothes on.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's a good one.
So much traffic. Got people on top of the light poles like the Knicks one, guys.
Hold up my mic. Hold on, Justin, Quincy, and y'all. Hold up, y'all. My mic, y'all. I'm running. Look. See that right there? I'm running. Look, I'm running. Look. Do it again.
Got people on shoulders.
What's coming first? The rain or the should I get the team? I told you to run up there. We can't see from here. We can't see it. Showtime. Please, tell us what's the shot. Man, it's right there. We got the shot, so we can't see nothing. It's a little cool rain coming out. Here they come. Slow rain. All right, everybody. Nights like this,
There goes John Wick, guys.
Why Jay-Z ghosting y'all? Why Jay-Z ghosting y'all?
Diddy's coming home. Diddy's coming home. Diddy's coming
Trump
home.
is not part of the Diddy. Trust you. That's
I'm praying for you.
Diddy's coming home. Diddy's coming home. Any
compassion for Cassie Ventura?
What's it?
Any compassion for Cassie Ventura?
I'm praying for you, baby.
Any compassion for Cassie Ventura? Are we sorry what happened to Cassie Ventura? Does anybody care? What happened to Cassie Ventura? Christian is a monster. Grace O'Kanian. Grace O'Kanian. Grace O'Kanian.
Justin, come here.
Mend your relationship with your father, Quincy. Justice for Cassie. Hell no.
Thank you.
This is the guy, guys. He's the John Wick Marshal. Anytime you see these two guys, it means P. Diddy's here.
Diddy going to prison. Your father going to prison.
I want to get Peter, Justin.
Oh, it's crackhead born
I want
again.
to get Peter. And you can't do it. Me and Big Mike want to get Peter. Me and Big Mike want to get Peter. Thank you so much.
Crackhead born again. Let's go. It's gonna be madness.
Yeah, where you at, Nia?
Was it worth the wait,
We
guys?
gotta ask a serious question. Where's all Diddy friends at? Where are they at?
Oh, they're probably gonna start coming
No,
out now.
they need to start coming now. They need to start. I know they're not coming. They hiding. They not coming. Where's Oprah Winfrey at? Where's Jay-Z at? Jay-Z is up there saying, yo, Diddy said, only Sean and my mother can call me only Sean and my mother can call me Sean. That's the only person that can call me Sean in the world. Where's Jay-Z at? Where's Sean Corey card at? Can somebody tell me? Please. Please, where's all his friends at? He about the guy that get sent up the river. Gonna be holding somebody's pocket with cherry Kool-Aid on his lips. Diddy is a monster. And his mother is a monster too. She the one who groomed him. She groomed that monster. You know she ran a brothel. You know she was a madam. Talk about that $1 million that he got. Let's talk about that $1 million that he. Hey, let's talk about that $1 million that he gave the Jimmy Henchman, who's doing 2 life sentences right now, and that put it on the Black Brown Records. Give it to Zip by a nightclub with it. Don't even give it to Keefy D. And then Keefy D, he follows Vlad to Nevada, tells the details of the Tupac case, and then he's in jail doing that time for that.
Did he get peed on?
She's back.
Because I want to get peed on. I came to get peed on. To get peed on. I moved on from the free club. Yeah, the free club is over. Now I want to get peed on. Yeah, I want to get peed on.
Who said that?
Myron, where you at, Myron? It's gonna rain. I'm right there. They right there on focus.
I know that's supposed to be you know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be somebody that he's supposed to be, you know, like tight with. They came one time.
Appreciate everybody joining music. Finished tonight. We will be live tonight at 9 o'clock. We will also be with Donald Trump this weekend. And we will continue to
Oh, that's the speaker?
The young Harlem nigga with the goldie shot.
Anybody who's wrong with her, got a problem with me. This is my mother. This is my fucking mother. Come to me. This is a real one. She protected me. Come to me. So I can party and friends. Don't go to her, go to me. Who the fuck are you? Oh, they were on my shit all day. Now come to me. They come in.
You're at the wrong trial. You need the R. Kelly trial.
Come to me. No, this is a real one. Do not. If you fuck with my mother, I will fucking. You know what I'll do to you. Yes. Do not fuck with her. Don't go to come to my face. I don't look at
We gonna do this or what, bro?
It's 7.
Yo, come on, we gotta go to 7. Everybody win that 7.
Let's go next.
Let's go, Nick.
Let's go next.
Let's go.
Woo!
Tell the people your channel, though, bro.
If you don't follow me, it's the Midnight 123. We're a voice for children being bullied, and we're a voice for women in domestic violent relationships. We want to remind every lady that's out there that does not have the strength to leave that you are enough.
Again, tell them again.
You are enough. You just pack your bags, you go out that door, and you never look back. If he's abusing you, if you're not on that pedestal, if you're not a queen, he doesn't tell you that you are enough, you get out of that disgusting relationship. The Midnight 123. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Thank you, guys.
I know about that.
What's up?
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh my
Woo, it's fucking
Black
hot.
drivers, delivery drivers, partying. They saying free
Got
cars.
mug out here, boys.
They know it's a girl being sex trafficked right now. She's still right now.
Don't roll up on me. Honestly, because both of us are going to wind up going to jail because we're going to go like this. Just don't roll up on me. Respect my space. Don't have a conversation. Just respect my space. Stay there. That's fine. Just stay right there. I got no answers for you. I have no answers. Don't want to hear any of your questions. No questions. There you go. You can ask him.
I was going to ask him because he was saying that he was yelling to the Diddy kids if they feel bad about Cassie being injured.
Oh, they hate me.
So I asked him the 30 million. Isn't the 30 million compensation for her injury? And he said no, it's not.
He said no too.
Why? I'm asking why. Why does it matter to you?
of them hating on you?
Logically, the $30 million would be compensation for her injuries. No.
But why does it matter to you? Is my question.
Okay, so what's the
Because I'm here to watch the case, and so I'm interested.
Are you one of his kids?
YouTube and what?
No, how is that relevant to me wanting to answer
How
the
is any of
question?
this relevant to your life? What do you care?
Because I'm thinking about becoming an attorney, and so I'm thinking about how the defense would fight this case. Is what I'm
Oh my God, I got
doing
arrested.
commentary. I don't know.
Because I was jumping
Are you an
over the
attorney?
barricade to get to
He doesn't answer
everybody.
questions.
Do you know if he's an attorney?
I know if he's an attorney.
Send me the belt. We're going to do it like a
So, is he an attorney?
I'll be a while. I know I will. I'll jump over
You
the
don't answer questions
barricade.
either?
Sunday.
That's an actual attorney.
Yeah, and I still didn't get hit.
What matters to you?
I jumped
then-
back out
then
fighting with cops.
Open a
And I
book
slapped
or
them.
YouTube,
I know,
Google
we got
it,
that as soon
ask one of them.
Right.
I don't see why it matters to you.
You married Adam?
Following the trial.
Oh
So
shit!
What does it matter?
You're lying.
Whether it matters
Oh God, you're telling me? Oh shit! No, I work for him, so it's okay. But
Okay.
God,
My question is, why does it
I
matter?
love Eric guy. No, I'm not fucking Eric guy. He's a gangster.
How does it matter? I told you why I'm
Now he see me with you, and you try to. I'm out of here. Please leave Eric guy. Please, remember last time?
So you're not looking for objective information, you're looking for his opinion.
because I saw him doing a lot.
Is that a yes or no question?
Yes. I said yes.
So the whole attorney thing doesn't even matter. She's just
Yeah, because I was here for 30 no way now.
That's why I was asking.
so maybe he has a right to an attorney too. Maybe he's supposed to have a right to an attorney.
Nowhere.
How you doing today? Good?
You better call the person Cassie called.
Andrew Rowe.
I got all kinds of luck.
He was the one talking about still that's
What's up, brother? It's okay if I just jump up here behind? Let me see what's going on over here.
Y'all put a real name in the comments.
But Big was already branching away.
He didn't do this to me. Me and Mr. Deal got off together. Okay. He got off too. Mr. Deal was here. He was here. All of a sudden, they did a thing like this. But first, he was talking mess like this.
No, he's been going at Gene for the longest. He's Gene Deal's antagonist.
That's bad business.
Right. But
I know they know.
But in the elevator, yeah, because what you saw was before the elevator, he saw the interview with Gene Deal. That's viral. So it's not like I'm making it up. And he confronted Gene Deal. He did. No, he did confront him with his questions. But then Gene probably took that a certain way. And you tell me Gene didn't strike him?
This is okay?
Yeah, Gene Deal didn't do that to him.
He was in his face like this.
Right, Gene Deal stepped to him.
No! Do not did that.
Do not step to
Do
Gene
not
Deal.
went. Look, I'm here.
Right. Wow. Okay.
This is Do Not,
Right.
and this is Mr. Deal.
Right.
Do Not went here.
Oh,
And
wow.
Mr. Deal said, get out of my face. He said he ain't have to. So Mr. Deal said, I'ma hit you if you don't get the F out of my face.
Right.
He's still here, and I'm right here, like, but see, what happened was then Mr. Deal turned and his back was, and I was like, oh. But see, I didn't know. At this point, I felt protected because I had just got verbally assaulted by him in the courtroom on 23 people. So I was like, well, thank God, somebody's telling him
So what
something.
you're saying is when you saw the thing outside, when Gene Deal said, yo, I'm in my face.
Oh, wait, what happened was, so then Mr. Deal turned this way. So now he's here, and Zanat is there, and I'm still here. And then he said, get out of my face, and then push him. Get out of my face. And then he went from here 10 feet. And then he stepped back with his left.
And when Gene pushed him, what did he do?
He said, he had something in his hand like a book, and he was like, and then I did like this. And I said, if you come at Mr. Deal, I'm gonna smash this cup in your face. Right. I had a super cup. It was a soup cup with warm water in it. And I said, get out of his face, stop bothering him. I said, marshals, where are you? Because y'all need to be escorted. So all of a sudden the marshal ran, he said, what's going on? I said, he's bothering Mr. G. Like, y'all need to have Mr. G's security when he walks through this building. Could he handle him? Excuse me? This young man, I don't know how old this man Dunat is. Mr. Dunat didn't want no peace in Mr. Deal. No, but he acted like he did at first. I don't know why he had to smoke in front of me. I'm not quite sure.
All right. That's funny because you're the generation that's behind already singing in G's. Yo,
oh, that one? That's when I said, that's what I said. Yeah, because we went to go get our phones. They was in front of me. Because the marshal already said, all right. He told me, he said, all right, that's what happened, all right. Everybody relax. And then so he made sure and walked them and Fred to get their phones and everything electronic. And then I was behind them. So they got their things first and left the courthouse. Then I got mine. I turned in my silver chip, got my phone, then I went out too. As I was going out, I heard Mr. Deal and them going back, and I didn't know where they was at. I heard them. So when I heard Mr. Deal say, I will so-and-so, and then I went out and I said, that's what I say, that's what I say. That's what I say. Because everybody keeps saying, I say, that's what I say. No, I said, when we was in here, I was gonna smash this soup cup to the side of your face if you get in Mr. Deal's face again.
Right.
That's what I said.
We just want to know exactly, because you are eyewitness, you was there. Now, we know that today and the day before, you and Dunat was going at it. I thought it was over.
No, we wasn't going at it.
No,
you mean in the comments?
I seen it on live. You and him was right here.
That was right after.
Yeah, I know. That was today, right? Or was it yesterday?
No, the day it happened,
yeah.
He went ahead. He came all the way, and I stayed all the way back, probably 200 feet back from him in this area. I call the valley. So then he came here and started, whatever, you heard what he said about me, because he was upset. He had all the smoke for me. I said, you know, it is what it is. Whatever. It is what it is. Live and let live.
All right, so right now...
But I do work for transit. So then when I went to his YouTube live that night, I was in the comments, and he was talking about me in the comments, and he was telling me, and I was like, oh shit, that bitch did that big bad bitch, she don't work for transit, she do live outside, oh shit, she stink. Yo, that bitch is a beast. Then he had nerve to believe me, and then put my comment in the side. I said, oh damn, she missed me. And he put the comment that I wrote about myself there in the bubble. She's miserable. I'm Raina with the red hat and the red lips.
So right now, it's done, it's dead.
Well, yeah, apparently he said this, he asked me today who pays me, and did Mr. Deal pay me? I say no. I work for whoever pays me. I'm just that type of person from old school in the 80s. If somebody's paying me, I work for them. So he pays me for interview. This gentleman, he pays me when he does an interview, like you doing an interview. But this gentleman pays me when I do interviews or his podcast live on YouTube.
That's good. That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
All right. Well, look. Just let the people know where they can check you out, man.
Oh, I'm Candy Cane now. Because I'm the Candy Man's little sister. I'm Candy Cane on all platforms. I changed it early this morning, sometime about midnight.
All right. Well,
I am Candy Cane, Kansas.
Well, there you have it. We just want to keep the peace.
CANVOR. Can.
Thanks,
like
man. We got the scoop. We just want to keep the peace, you know? Yeah, because...
Another day in the books, guys.
I didn't even ask what happened today. I wasn't in. I'm still recording. Oh. Do you want to tell me what happened today? And you are Big Ock.
Big Act.
Big Act.
It was an okay day. The family looking more upbeat. They getting more comfortable coming to the court, showing up to support their father, and Miss Combs supporting her son. But we don't know where it's going to go. We're hearing rumbles and rumors of a pardon by Donald J. Trump. Somebody showed me the post. Matter of fact, can you show the people that post the Donald J. Trump pardon?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow. See that.
She was the chief of staff. She was Diddy when Diddy wasn't around.
And now, what's your name?
Samuel. That was Capricorn Clark. Kim, listen. Christina Corum, KK, can clarify the sex trafficking. Why? Because it's alleged that the busloads that were going to the house in California was underage girls, and she was sizing the girls up to see if they was ready for the entertainment. Party favors. You know what the party favors is? The women, yes, women naked, laying on the table with fruits and food all over them, and people eating off them. That is crazy.
This is my second day here.
It's a part of the Boule society. You know, the Boule, that's an underground secret society for these people. It do. It is. Jimmy Iovine, Clive Davis.
I saw her earlier. Were you in the courtroom?
That's what they say. Listen.
No.
That is.
You look like
when I see stuff like that, I think of sex trafficking. That's what I think. I think of underage girls. Right. You know what it is? It's a sick power control that they have in taking advantage of people.
When you were at that courthouse,
They're not even talking about Diddy drinking Cassie's period blood and stuff like that, doing rituals, urinating on. No. It is. I believe it is, and I believe that. Think about it. Why is everybody keeping their distance now from me? All the people that was in the media circle, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled.
Whoa. Hello. Who's there?
But Stevie J is next.
Regardless of what a decision might be.
That means that even though that the pardon means that it's a guilty, it doesn't matter.
Hey, I want to say one last thing to you. If Diddy, listen, this is what I predict. If Christina Corum comes in, Diddy's going to stop and try to take her place. That's what I think. But if she don't come in, check this out right here.
It doesn't matter.
If Diddy wants to make an announcement that he's going to take the stand, he'll be killed. He'll be killed the night before.
We don't have to be bad boy anymore, Mr. B.
Doesn't matter, man.
Mr. B, we don't have to be bad boy. We don't need your rights. Matter of fact, we'll give you all the rights to yourself because we're going to make it hot in every America.
I think that's a reach. I think that President Trump is not going to go ahead and want to be put into that same category that he was in 2016 and 2010 when he was most hated. Right now, he loves the fact that half the country love him. You see what I'm saying?
I ain't got nothing.
He won a popular vote. He won a popular vote electoral college, and he won all 7 battleground states.
No, answer the question. What's his number now?
I haven't checked in.
32%. I watched that close.
Well, look.
32%.
If he pardons Diddy, he will be hated by everybody. He will be hated by everybody. This is first year. I don't think he'll want to do that.
I don't know.
Look, you know why he pardoned Larry Hoover? He pardoned Larry Hoover because he knew that Larry Hoover had a 200-year sentence in the state. So guess what? He's gonna look good by doing it.
But that's where I want to do that. I got the best right here. What you saying? They go, well, he pardoned Larry Hoover to create a problem for the Illinois.
And Prince is going to keep you the He didn't call me that. He goes. And Prince, I don't know exactly what he's going to do now, but he has to. Because he's planning to
Yeah, we got right now. You think he's going to do that?
Yes, because he's not going to want to mess up and turn the black vote. And Trump is playing chess.
One time, Lou. One time. Okay, where can we meet him?
That's right. But he didn't get the recognition he wanted. He's been a liberal his whole life.
Mama Flip right there.
Listen, he was a liberal his whole life, but I don't think he was a liberal.
And y'all guys gonna keep falling for it.
Good job, guys. Look, I know. Big Mike know who I'm talking to.
She's talking to me.
I'm voting for him. And this one right here, I'm setting with Baby too. Because he disrespected Democrats the other day, so I'm upset with him too.
Hey, listen, I appreciate you, bro.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
This is my platform. It's on its own server and everything.
Okay.
I don't get censored. I actually bought my own server. You can download my app. Have it on your phone, it's on your TV. It's an iPhone, it's a Google Play. And I post news every day. It's a news aggregator. And I do interviews. I interviewed Roger Stone, Mark Lamont,
So let me ask you a question. Before I leave, can I ask you a question? Was there any accuracy in the conversation?
But I don't feel right to them out.
Right.
Right. I know I see.
So you put those midnight right there, big screen on TikTok and get his views.
The midnight. He's here like one. My shit's very controversial, so I can't give you my birthday. My mother knows my. I get threatened every day.
So, all right, guys. I think everything is done for the most part. It always gets so crazy at the end of the day.
Obviously, we're in a political moment right now. Between the Trump campaign and what he's trying to do. I'm absolutely for Trump.
Okay, good.
I would have been for a turtle before I put Joe Biden back into the White House. And I keep telling everybody, I said, we're not the ones that put Joe Biden in. I mean, Donald Trump. You guys put him in because Biden and Kamala did so well. There was definitely collusion and corruption. I don't know if the election was stolen. There was definitely corruption and collusion to push that election away from Trump.
If that election was stolen, it wasn't the first one.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's the conclusion.
You don't remember the hanging Chad?
Look, man.
Remember when they still Bush stole it?
Look, they said Kennedy stole it from Sam Giancana in the Chicago Mall. Then he ran in 1960.
There's a lot.
So it looks like these elections are really evaluating who can speak better than the other. But I'm not going to say that for a fact, right?
Corruption's been going up for a long time.
What's your thoughts on Elon Musk?
I like Elon. I was there with him in Butler. I also do outsourcing. I drive in all the motorcades, many in the Northeast for our president. We drove into Madison Square Garden. That was fantastic. I was also in Butler, and I met Elon Musk there. And I think that he's just he's got his thing. He's a quirky guy.
Does it bother you that they talk so much about immigrants, but Elon's an immigrant, Melania's an immigrant, Vivek Ramaswamy, J.D. Vance's wife, all of these people are immigrants, and they seem to be so anti-immigrant. I think Steve Bannon is on that point.
Yeah, I am very much for having those borders closed, and and it starts really for any child that has lost their life.
any woman that's been compromised. You know, I'm not making the differential of who's good and who's bad. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of people here that came here for the American dream, and they're good. All those good people are going to suffer because of the bad people that have been left in this country. You know, whether whether they're from terrorism or very bad people that they let out of prisons, whether they're compromising women and children. And that's what my platform is, by the way. We're a voice for children that are being bullied, and we're a voice for women in domestic violent relationships, which is why I'm very invested in this case in itself for Cassie Ventura.
Speaking of which, since these are your things, these are your key issues, what about the Epstein files? Didn't Trump say he was going to release them? What's happening with the Epstein files?
They have not been released, unfortunately.
What are your thoughts on Virginia Jeffrey being recruited at Mar-a-Lago, Trump's home?
Yeah, I don't, unfortunately, I can't really answer those types of things because I'm not in depth into what really happened. And until all the information truly comes out, I just I can't give you any ups and downs. But I can tell you right now, if Trump is found absolutely red-handed with women and children, I'll denounce him in 2 fucking seconds. This is my language. I'll denounce him in 2 seconds.
Listen, I don't know if he is, but I think he may have been too close to Epstein for his own good, for his own image, right? Trump has dealt with some controversial people, going back to Roy Cohn, who was like a mentor. And you know who Roy Cohn is, right?
Go ahead.
That's right. He worked with McCarthy from way back when everybody was a pinko and a communist, homosexual from New York, strategist, engaged in a lot of dirty politics. That's who Trump's political mentor. Right. And he died of AIDS. So Trump has affiliated himself with very controversial figures, and I think Epstein may be one of them, but that doesn't mean to me that he's a pedophile or a sexual abuser. But you got to look at the kind of people that he surrounds himself with, because if I have a criticism of Trump, it's not really what everybody else says. It seems like the man is trying to find a unity. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think and it's sad that we have to become adults, to become better human beings. But I strive every day for myself to shed a better version of myself. And I think when and we've all been guilty of doing some, things that we're not proud of. And I think that if God came down with a video camera of all of us, and we were going to reveal everything that we've ever done, I think we'd be ashamed of a lot of things that we've done. But the most important thing is as we get into our adult years, is that we have to be an inspiration for the next generation that's coming up. And my son is 16 and my daughter's 18, and I do everything I can, to be a positive role figure in both their lives. And not, I don't need to share the stories of what I did when I was 18 or 21, but it's important that as a dad, as an adult, as I mature, you evolve.
I mean, you're looking at someone who evolved a whole lot, right?
I absolutely did. This shit didn't grow on trees, let me tell you something.
But now, moving forward, how do you think Trump is handling Ukraine and Iran? They're saying he's a Zionist puppet. What are your thoughts on that?
Listen, there is nobody that I've been dealing with him for a very long time, and I don't think he is possibly to be controlled by anybody. Not Israel, not Russia, not anything. I just think that.
What about money?
He's got all the money. First of all, number one, I'll tell you from day one why he wants any of this. He's worth $6 billion. Probably going to go further, up the scale. But I have to tell you, at 78 years old and having all that money, who would want he's not just who would want this job? I don't think anybody could have done this job right now. It's almost impossible the way that we've been left in the last 4 years. So.
Do you think he's working on behalf of his own collective, his own cabal? Maybe it's not about him, but it's about the group that he represents.
Obviously, I think there would be a portion in there. I'd be lying to you if I told you that people don't look out for themselves on some type of level. But I do believe he does care about the people of the United States of America, and I see him do such incredible things. And one thing about Trump is he does things, and he does them in the shadows, and he doesn't look for a pat on the back. And you find out later, and that someone told a story, You know, whether it's a woman that you put in Trump Plaza, a homeless lady, just let her stay there as long as she wanted, or showing up to children's hospitals with children dying of cancer, or other things that he's done. He's a dad, he's a father, he's a grandfather, and I think he's a family man.
I'll tell you something that Judge Joe Brown showed me, because I interviewed him too.
Sure.
He said when Jesse Jackson was running for president, Trump donated to his campaign and gave him office space in his real estate. And a lot of people, especially black people, they don't know that because his history only goes back about 5 years ago. You know what I mean? And that was like 40 years ago. And nobody really knows that. And Judge Joe Brown told me that when I interviewed him. So
I could tell you that 2 people put Donald Trump into the White House this time. It's the black community. It's also the Amish. Thank God for the Amish.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I gotta look you up. You on TikTok?
It's on TikTok. The Midnight 123. You know, 5 days before Trump became president, I had 1.4 million followers, and they suspended my account. They did everything they can to stop him from becoming president. They went up to about 40 or 50 higher influencers at 39 million views, getting people to register to vote in the month of October. And they shut my platform down. So this is my backup platform. We're hitting about 400,000 followers now. So we're starting to get up there again, but it has been a struggle. I can't wait. Yeah, send me a DM, and I'll look you up.
Because I got my own server. I don't use social media. But like, you know, with TikTok, I think they're about to suspend it again.
It's terrible.
Extend it. And then YouTube, you can't say certain things. New York Courtroom.
All of them.
YouTube. So I went and got my own server. And I all my content on my own server.
You do like your own podcast and all that?
Yeah, I do vlogs, right? And I got paid members because I don't have advertisers. I do have free content, like I'm a news aggregator, sort of like The Drudge, what it used to be. Give you content from all around the world, and you click on it, it will send you to those articles. Because I think it's very important to get your information globally.
Right.
Because the news is curated in America to push a certain narrative. And I don't try to put thoughts in anybody's head. I'm a true independent. And the thing is, I want to give everybody as much information as possible so they can make their own decision about what they think. Because what's going on, in my opinion, is that the system seems to feel like if they want you to think, they'll give you a thought. Right. And these people are just as mindless as they can. Again, thank you, sir.
Listen, on this Sunday, June 1st, they've got 250,000 Filipinos parading for Rico Duterte. I don't know if you know anything about it. So I'm the #1 vlogger right now in the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be mayhem. If you want to come down there, it'll be unbelievable. On Sunday, we're starting, I think, if you send me a DM, I'll get you.
We live in D.C.
Oh, you live in
D.C.? But I live in D.C. I'm going to be down there for the military parade.
I will be there in the 14th.
Keep in mind, I'm going to get this.
King at the round.
But what I'm saying is because we was having a little debate there. I said they like to have.
Picked the wrong block to go down. Why would you turn down this block with all the traffic? Sirens all day, guys, right? We should do a siren count. How many times do we hear sirens a day? P. Diddy. Yeah, in New York, you definitely get a lot of stimulation, right? Yeah, P. Diddy. Free him? All right, bro. He said free Diddy. I guess the house is just gonna burn down. House is just gonna burn down, guys. Hope they have house. I hope they have insurance. House is already gone, guys. The house is gone already. There's no more house to save. The house is gone. Nah. You know, cop watch auditing? It's kind of what I do. What was the name of your platform, brother? I was over eavesdropping. Schoon TV? And you said it's on Apple and Google Play?
Google Play, iPhone, all that.
I'm going to check it out, brother. I'm going to check it out.
SchoonTV.com.
All right. All right. Website. SchoonTV.com, guys. All right, brother.
I got the app. The app is free. It's a news aggregator. But I got exclusive articles in my town hall section from journalists from around the world that I pay. In my breaking news, it's a news aggregator. Then I got the town hall, and then I got videos. I got free video content, interviews, vlogs, and I also have a paywall where I do other content where the topics get a little heavy that I don't make open for the public.
I was definitely air hustling on that because, you know, I do YouTube, I do all of it, but as you said, the censorship is a big thing. So
2021, 4 years now.
And you happy you made the jump?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't make no money off of it. I do it because I think I'm providing the necessary service, and eventually the money will come. If I spend money to maintain the server, develop the app, maintain the site, because it's different. It's like if I got a problem, I don't call YouTube or TikTok
to get your account unsuspended or under. Much respect to that, brother. Much respect. You're doing it the right way. This is my info. My name's David Butler, but I go by David New York.
David Butler.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
What's your YouTube channel?
David New York.
David New York. Okay.
It's.
How many subs you got?
44 now. 44,000.
44,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a YouTube channel too, but I don't use it anymore. I stopped using it. I had it. But what I do now, I might put little small clips on it to promote.
At least to promote, yeah.
It's Schoon TV on YouTube.
Schoon TV, guys. Schoon TV. Check them out.
If you ever want to reach out to me, my email is schoontv@gmail.
schoontv@gmail. All right. All right. Somebody pin that for me. Thank you. Have a good one. Be safe. Take a load off real quick, guys. Look at my favorite view before we call it a day. They were like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you giving the cops the finger? What a day, guys. Today was a good day, right? We probably lost all our English people. All our family in the UK probably heading off to bed now. Spoon TV. No, Scoon, guys. Scoon. Scoon TV. Oh, Sugar Plum Store. I thought you were out of here. I thought you, Rhea, Miss Butler, I thought you guys were gone. I feel terrible. Like, I feel terrible that my TikTok people see my YouTube behavior. Please don't judge me. There's a backstory. There's a deep backstory that one day I'll get into. You guys will understand more why I have the feeling towards the NYPD that I do. But I swear it's not hate. I feel like it's appropriate. Yeah, I'm about to get on the train shortly. 5:06 here in New York. British. Evan Almighty. What's your real name, Evan? Can you just be your real name? Your name is so, like, wild. Uncensored content, he spends his money out of his own pocket to provide. Yeah, I respect that. I respect all entrepreneurs, you know? Haha, nah, I always use fake names. It's my alias. Okay, gotcha. Today was a good day, right? Overall. I can only imagine, David, but you are valid in what you do. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's so many things. Like, I don't ever want to be confused with a bad. Like, I'm not a good guy, but I'm not a bad guy, you know? I'm not a good guy, but I'm not a bad guy. And I've never done anything illegal. So, like, that's the thing. I don't even want that to be misconstrued. Like, our police department and our system in New York is just so corrupt. It is so corrupt that I've just seen case after case after case of just, like, terrible behavior from politicians, government, police, that I kind of feel like I have a duty. I don't know. But that's why I like TikTok. Like, TikTok takes me out of that realm. When I'm on TikTok, I don't even think about police or corruption or just the wildness of New York. When I'm in TikTok mode. There's no good and bad. It's all gray. We need to be out these systems, be the land and the community. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I want to eventually, I just want to buy a farm and get away from people, you know? Buy a big farm, buy a couple cats to keep the field mice away, buy a couple dogs to protect it from whatever's in that region, and I just want to live with my family, my friends, move everybody out there, and we just, you know, live off the land and stay drama-free. But I definitely had a good time today. It's an amazing way to end this entire week. Chill, relax. I feel like it was a successful, nice week. Even though what happened with TikTok is a minor setback. The world, the universe, it doesn't make mistakes. Me getting banned on TikTok for whatever reason the universe has, it was supposed to happen. It was destined. So I'll accept it. I'll learn from it. I'll be better for it. And we'll keep trucking along. Keep trucking ahead. Yo, David, when will you be back? Be back where? On YouTube? I don't know. Maybe tonight. Or maybe I'll just chill in tomorrow morning. I don't know. Maybe it's nice to just relax. Have a glass of wine and relax. Look at this couple over here getting married. Look, a happy ending. A happy ending to the day. Your TikTok ban made me speak in here. Yeah, true. We wouldn't have E here if not for the TikTok ban. We wouldn't have E as a member of the YouTube fam. See how the world works? Aw, so cute. They think they're gonna be married forever and not get divorced, and one is gonna have custody on the weekends, and all the money in the houses and the cars are gonna be split in half, and they're gonna have to pay the attorneys like 50 grand for the divorce papers and the settlement and the lawyer. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. Nah, happy. I'm happy for them. Congratulations. It's all fun and games now. Don't do that, Dave. Yeah, I'm joking, guys. I take it back. It's all fun and games. So you got to pick up a second job because your husband isn't cutting it. And he's too tired to lay the wood. It's all fun and games till then. Yeah, I'm just giving us some nice sentiment about how the universe put us in a good place, and then look, boom, negative Dave. What is that called? Bipolar. Negative. My intrusive bipolar thoughts entered the chat. Oh, look at them looking at each other. Oh. What's the over-under? What are we giving it? 6 years? 6 years? 7 years? What's the over-under, guys? How long you give them? Inflation's a son of a bee. You think they're gonna survive the inflation? I'm joking. 6 years? I'll take that bet. What a life, bro. How are we supposed to live in this godforsaken city? How are we supposed to live in this godforsaken mess? Like, when you really think about what New York is, like, it literally is called the concrete jungle. Like, how are you supposed to, like, be a civilized human being and survive here? It's not possible. You gotta succumb to the madness and become a little crazy to survive here. Are you heading to the protest? What protest? I probably shouldn't. I'm tired. Wait, what's going on? What protest? Nobody told me about any protests. Yeah, the birds sound happy, right? Barclays and nah, I'm not going to Brooklyn. Definitely not going to Brooklyn. If it was in Manhattan, yes. Brooklyn, no. Brooklyn takes me farther from where I need to go. Wholesale. But I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. I didn't know about it. Thank you, Wholesale. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother. I'll try to remember your name. Thank you for letting me know, because I didn't know. Nobody told me about it. Yeah, shout out to Wholesale. So much information. I'm telling you guys, like, without you guys, I'd be absolutely nothing. Without you guys, I'd just be one person following himself. I'd be one subscriber, one follower. Thank you guys, really and truly. This is a real nice end to the week. I appreciate it. Who's on Facebook? I see you over there being quiet, listening in. Say hi on Facebook. I think we're on my main Facebook, my Thai Facebook, so you're probably from Thailand. Say hi. Sawadee ka. Sawadee ka. Good night, YouTube. E. Bless you, Queen. Have a good night. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for everything, keeping us updated. Thank you for even coming over here on YouTube and hanging out with us. Appreciate you, E. Have a blessed night. Stay beautiful. I'm in TN. Thank you for your live. What's TN? Bluey, night. You're going to sleep too? Have a good one. One second you're getting married, the next second you're Diddy in a Diddy trial. Just remember that, ladies and gentlemen. How quickly things change. One moment you're on top of the world, bad boy for life, take that, take that. The next second you're in a Diddy trial. That's how these relationships end. "30 years straight, they're saying, yes, Diddy. Yes, Diddy, take that, take that. 30 years later, no Diddy. It goes like that. Oh, you're from Tennessee. TN means Throg's Neck in New York. That's what I was thinking. I was like, is this person from TN? My bad. My bad. Six years later, you will see the same couple leaving the courthouse. Yeah. So the court to get married is right here. Here's how amazing this is. This is the marriage court. This is the court to get divorced. How's it going, brother? Have a good one. All right, brother. So this is where you go to get your marriage license, and this is where you go to get divorced. How ironic is that? You think that was by mistake? You think that just accidentally happened? That you just have to take a short walk right? You come out of that building right there, that door, literally that door, and you walk up these stairs. Was that an accident? Was it a fib? Did somebody not think about it? Or did somebody think about it and say, yeah, this makes absolute sense? Crazy, right? Crazy. I don't think it was by mistake. I think they knew very well what they were doing, and I think it makes absolute sense. Marriage court right here. Where you come to get divorced, right here. It's one of those things where you say it was fun while it lasted, right? It was fun while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted. Did you ever get to see Diddy before or after court? No, guys, you can't see him. It's not possible to see him. I went to one of his hearings before the trial. Well, no, two of his hearings before the trial. And I saw him in person then. Always smiles at his family, always tries to like appear to be in good spirits. I think he does it more for his family. I already told my brother-in-law to divorce my sister. Then I effing realized she said would move back home. Why, you don't like your sister? Damn, you hate your sister that much? Evan? It's like, I hate my sister. I want her to get divorced. This guy's too good for her. But wait, if she gets divorced, she's gonna come back and live with me. That's a next level. You don't like your sister? What, was she bad to you growing up? That's like next level hate. My sister's a narcissist. I'm sorry to hear that, Evan. Evan, I like your personality. I'm modding up Evan. Evan, welcome to the wrench game. You're funny. Oh my God, how long is it gonna take me to get back? No, thank you. This isn't the first time you've been here, and you're cool. It's hard to make me laugh, and you do it often. Hard to make me laugh, and you make me do it very often, so thank you. Hope to see you often and frequently. Nah, no pizza. If I eat, I'm gonna make my own food. Maybe some rice and some steak. Wait, what happened? Why are you making fun of Bluey? Bluey's next to get modded up. Cornwall, right? You keep changing your name, bro. Stop changing your name so I could get familiar, like, oh, this is this person. If you keep changing your name, it's gonna be hard for me to remember you. I'm actually not gonna remember you. I'm gonna think you're a new person every time. sticking with Bluey? Okay. Hopefully. If I told my friend, if I told her to make rice, you think she would do it? Or she's gonna tell me no. Make it yourself. Every time I ask her to do anything, she tells me she's not my girlfriend. I'm like, would you mind putting some rice in the little rice thing? She's like, I'm not your girlfriend, David. What is putting rice in the rice cooker having anything to do with being my girlfriend? So she's such a weirdo. If I was to be like, well, I'm not working at your store today, what would she do? I would make rice for a man I loved. Guys, rice, all she has to do is put the rice in, rinse it out, put the water in, rinse it out once, put the water in again, rinse it out again, then add water. I like garlic rice, so she needs to put a little bit of garlic and a little bit of butter, little garlic, little butter, and bada bing. It's not a tough task, but if I ask her to do that, she's gonna tell me, I'm not your girlfriend, David. Bro, that is not wife duties, bro. You guys are insane. That's wife duties, bro. Are you kidding me? That doesn't make you a wife. She should make the rice. Yeah, Evan. See, that's why I made Evan a mod. Evan gets me. A lot of you guys don't get me. Evan gets me. Yeah, bro. You wouldn't do that for your brother? If your brother needed some rice, you couldn't just make some rice for your brother? Kung Pao, a little rice. Am I gonna marry who? My friend? Hell no. Not my type at all in the slightest bit. That's a nice duty. I'm Southern, we don't act like that. Yeah, you guys from the South are nice. New Yorkers, Making rice is like a birthday present or something. We feed everybody. Yeah, guys, this is one thing I love about Mexican people. You meet people in Mexico, like the actual country. They invite you to their house. They cook for you. The first time I went, I was scared. I'm like, why do all these people invite me to their house? I had to realize, that was the culture. That's what they do in Mexican culture. You meet somebody, you like them, you think they're cool. You tell them, I thought they was trying to cut me up for organs or something, I had to learn. Find a girl. My girl can make fried rice. She good at that.
Think they gonna find him guilty?
He asked me if I think they're gonna find him guilty. My whole thing with it, I get your perspective. I be back in the cut, kind of just checking out everything that's going on. But you familiar with Jonathan Majors? And I'm not putting everything in one basket. But you familiar with Jonathan Majors?
Played on actor on Creed, married to Megan Good.
And are you familiar with the situation that happened here in New York? These type of things, it's the same story to me. This is different. Some of the things that they saying is horrific, but Jonathan Majors, Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. It's the same old story of a rich, powerful guy who seemingly thinks he's bigger than the program.
You think Amber Heard, you mentioned Amber Heard and Johnny Depp?
Well, again, I'm not saying all those things are the same, but what I'm saying is It's the same story of this rich, powerful guy who thinks he's bigger than the program, and the laws don't apply to him. So what I've been saying overall, I don't have a horse in the race. I'm not a Diddy fan. I'm not a Cassie fan. My thing is, the whole thing is coming so many years later, and the only reason, I don't know if you're familiar with, Kathy Holcomb enacted a law, specifically here in New York. Huh?
Not the Clean Slate Act, right?
Survivors of SA situations. There's like a constraint to a time you're allowed to sue. She let a window in for like 2 years for people going back however long, if you are a survivor. So the only reason, this is the only reason she did it here in New York, was because it was enacted and she came and she filed it in New York. I forget the name of the law, if somebody could look it up for me and let me know, but she enacted it. It was for survivors. And
but that wouldn't apply to like criminal matters. If Joe Biden passed the law that makes it no statute of limitation on any essays. I don't know if you're on TikTok, so I'm saying
YouTube.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep it clean anyway.
Appreciate you.
The essays and stuff like that, there's no statute of limitation. The problem is he didn't make it retroactive, so it was from the time that the law was passed moving forward. So,
but here's where I'm digging into it with that. So, because of the law she enacted, Cassie filed it. The statute of limitations, wait, no. She wouldn't have been able to sue him with the time that has passed, according to the law. She was only able to do it here in New York because of what Kathy Holcomb passed. My whole thing is, how is the whole foundation of a these is as big as it gets. It's the federal government, 97%, I believe, conviction rate. I don't have Diddy money, and anybody can. Me and you had this conversation here. If it wasn't on YouTube, I could go and I could say you said this, you said that. I could go in and I could file a lawsuit against you, and you're telling me that could be possibly the foundation of federal. This is a state. Federal Rico, like that's Al Capone, that's Lucky Luciano. That's scary to me, and that's, again, I don't have a horse in the race, but as a regular individual in society, I look at it and it bothers me because Central Park Fire, like and that's what worries me. We're gonna start building. And if she's a victim, then she deserves justice. But it's scary to me that
Cassie is not. Listen, I'm not a Diddy supporter. Cassie ain't all innocent. She did a lot of dirt. You know what I'm saying? That they're not talking about. You see what I'm saying? Like, I believe she's the one that burned up Kid Cudi car. You know what I'm saying? It makes a lot of sense when Captain going to give a testimony and say that Diddy sent her and Cassie over to Kid Cudi's house to stop him from pressing charges against her. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's easy to say, it's easy for Diddy to be like, yo, why don't you burn that nigga car? You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I mean? It's easy to say that. That's how I look at it. But I think it's going to be a hung jury.
Really?
When they come back to try him again, they're going to fry him.
They're going to learn from the first mistakes. And
I believe that they're not going to have her, even though she handled a high-profile case before with Epstein, but that was different because Epstein was already unalive, so his girlfriend took all the weight. She got 20 years. See what I'm saying? And she ran on her bail. Her father put like a $41 million bail out on her. Wow. Her father is wealthy, and she ran. They wanted to catch her. So she got 20 years. Epstein got unalive, so now everything's falling on her, and then the list still get redacted, so nobody don't know who's on the list.
And your name again is Big Mike on TikTok, right?
Yeah, Big Mike 626.
Big Mike 626.
You know I'll be out there. I see.
Yeah.
He don't say much. He just be recording. He just sitting there, just watching everything. But the stuff that I be pushing out there, they be facts. You know what I'm saying? His bodyguard wanted to fight me the day before yesterday. Went around, they parked down. Remember, they go in front of the building.
Yeah.
That day it was raining on Wednesday. They parked down the block, coming through the side. So now I'm standing there. He walks right up to me. I was like, yo, what's good? I said, what's up? I had to check his temperature when he came back out. Yo, what was that about? Oh, no, I was with the kids. So, okay, all right. You know what I mean? I've been in that building. Not in that building, but I've been in one of these buildings, So I know that these people, they don't play fair. I know that they got some up their sleeve here. If Christina Korn, KK come to testify for the prosecution, he's finished.
What do you think about, because again, I look at everything from a selfish perspective in a sense that I take me so that it's just how I've always lived my life. If I read something in the newspaper, I say, man, how would I handle being put in this situation? A one-man Rico. How you feel? What you think about? For me, I'm just looking at all these things and I'm saying, like for me, I feel defeated. Like they doing everything. What do you think about that aspect of, we got a one-man Rico based off the foundation of a federal Rico came from a civil, what do you?
So one person can't be charged with Rico by himself. But that conspiracy, they got the guy to show that it's other co-conspirators that's in with him. Because the conspiracy is 2 or 3 people that are in an agreement to commit a crime, a federal crime.
But how is nobody else on trial? That's what bothers me.
We don't know yet. Stevie J still out there. D-Rock name is mentioned so many times.
And it's funny you say that, because I was thinking about that the other day. I didn't mention it to anybody, but Stevie J, I remember when everything broke out before it became a federal situation, him and 50 Cent kind of were going at it, and then we see he says his stepbrother, so I'm going to respect it. I'm going to say he's a stepbrother. I think he's a childhood friend. He's been there since jury selection, but it seemed like the guy Stevie J kind of just disappeared. You only see Mama, the 3 sons, and the daughters were coming.
You don't even see the daughters no more.
Yeah.
They decided not to let the daughters come no more. You know what I'm saying? But look at, man, it's a lot, man. Listen, I don't know Diddy personally, but I know all the dirt he got in the closet. Now, we all got skeletons in the closet, but some people's skeletons is worse than others.
And you from New York?
I'm from Brooklyn. That's not.
So you probably been around and heard a lot more than me, because I'm a little bit younger, but you probably know a little bit more than the average person.
All of them, we all went to school together. We went to South Jail High School.
All right.
I was messing with UC sisters for a while. You know what I'm saying? So I know the stuff, the inside stuff that I don't supposed to know, because I'm not inside. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha. And I could imagine, bro, because just being in New York, you hear little things that the average person wouldn't hear. So if you had that relationship, yeah, definitely I could understand you got.
But some of the stuff that some of the stuff that I'm saying will be a little off because I'm on the outside. That means I'm hearing it from a third party. And by the time it gets to me, it's a whole totally different story. So I may have bits and pieces of it, but in all truth and actuality, I do my research behind what somebody else tells me. So say like if I'm hanging out with Nino Brown, Nino, one of the Junior Mafia, or something, they said, yo, we think Diddy has something to do with being unalive. You know what I'm saying? Then I can go and do my research. And then when I start looking at everything, hearing Gene Dill give his take on it because he was there. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say, yo, this makes sense right here. This don't make sense. Why Big going to California when his album is already done? See what I'm saying? You going down there to promote Diddy album? You know what I'm saying? And then you was leaving anyway because you got a $60 to $62 million contract already on the table to go to Capitol and Atlanta Records. And you was taking everybody with you. Everybody, Little Kim was hot during that time. Taking her. Junior Mafia and because Big was writing it. You know what I'm saying? So they was going to go as far as to take it. You know what I'm saying? And then and the commission, Charlie Baltimore, Jay-Z, he was taking all of it. But what Big didn't know is that Jay-Z made a deal with Diddy, because Diddy didn't like Jay-Z at first. Jay-Z made a deal with Diddy, I want that #1 spot. Remember, Jay-Z was #2. When Big was alive doing in 9-5 when he was hot, 9-6, Jay-Z, he had to come out with Reasonable Doubt a second time before people gravitated to it and took it in. You know what I'm saying? Where's these people at, my brother? Where's the Jay-Z's? Where's all these people that was at his house? DJ Khaled, Rick Ross. Where's all these
French
people
Montana, yeah.
Where are they? They ghosts. They're not trying to go nowhere near that pavement over there. You know why? Because if they walk in there, the prosecution see them, they gonna get a subpoena stuff. That's why they're scared. That's the reason why I think they're scared. And Jay-Z, I'm gonna tell you this. If Jay-Z walk in that courtroom, all he gotta do is walk in that courtroom and slap 5 with Diddy. Boom, jury see that. He's walking. I'm telling you, he's walking.
You think so?
Hell yeah. But Jay ain't gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. That's the same thing with R. Kelly. R. Kelly sued Jay-Z for $75 million. R. Kelly win the lawsuit, right? Jay-Z said, all right, you hit my pockets, I know how to get you. He funded the whole surviving R. Kelly.
You all right? Yeah.
He didn't produce it, but he funded it. That's why R. Kelly in jail. And just to know, and really the whole dynamics of the R. Kelly thing is that they was not going to let one man argue about his publishing, try to get his publishing back and have control of the hip hop community.
But see, all you just reminded me about that too, and all of that bothers me. Like civil lawsuits and Netflix documentaries is what's putting people in jail. Look at all these billion-dollar buildings with federal agents, state agents, and somebody could do a Netflix special on you.
Right.
And just because it's just a scary time for me, somebody who doesn't have close to the money they have, and it's like, if they really want you gone, they can get you gone.
I appreciate you, brother.
All right, brother. It was nice talking to you. I'm a New Yorker, bro. So like, you know, I kind of stay to myself if I don't have a con. But it was nice talking to you. I'm gonna see you. Yeah, brother. Mike, Big Mike 626.
Yeah, that's on TikTok. On YouTube, it's Big Mike 0626. But follow the greatest host in the land, man. He's doing his thing. He's out there every day. He's putting his boots to the ground. Listen, y'all got it. Y'all give him his flowers while he's living right now.
Appreciate you, brother. My name David Butler. My mother and father named me, but I go by David New York.
Okay,
Pleasure to meet you, brother. Pleasure to meet you.
Appreciate you, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, be careful. Yes, man. Respect, brother. Respect to you. All right. So, yeah, before I go ahead and jump on the ground, swim my cigar.
I hear you.
No disrespect.
Nah, bro. My people get me. You know, they ain't never a moment on.
And you're doing your YouTube on history right here. Yeah. This right here is where they found all the bodies of the slaves and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was showing them African burial ground.
Yeah, they put them over there. Over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, over there, right there. That building right there, man. That building right there. That building, they came to get me, bro. 2021. That's an FBI building right there.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. This one, that one, and one back there. But yeah.
Be an activist for Black Lives Matter, the organization.
Yeah.
And during 2020, I was the first activist to lead a group of people without any violence. No burning, no buildings, no setting nothing on fire, no spray paint, no breaking glasses. That's not how we're going to hurt them. We're going to hurt them by go ahead and stop spending our money in these corporations that are paying these people to keep us oppressed. You see what I'm saying? And when I said abolish the 13th Amendment and that the 14th Amendment was not for us, it came after it. The 13th Amendment says slavery is prohibited unless you're convicted of a crime, then you fall back into the act of slavery. That's the 13th Amendment. It says slavery is prohibited unless. So that means that you can go back into slavery depending on who you're not really free. Because at any given time, if they want to go and say, you jaywalk. You know, I understand what you're saying about, and I don't mean to go ahead. I understand what you're saying.
Brother,
about,
you good. You
I understand
good.
what you're saying about what bothers you, because it bothers me too. If they go ahead and get him on the Rico, it's open season for a lot of men out here.
And that's my thing. That's my. You say what. A lot of times people try to ask me, and there's so many sides. You got to be respectful, or I try to be respectful. My thing is never to offend a group of people. If I got an issue with a specific person, keep it to that person. So I don't want to offend any victims. I don't want to offend anybody who's been victimized by it, because there are some people I feel who have been victimized by the Me Too. You know, it's the pendulum swings sometimes too far to where everybody gets wrapped up, and that's always kind of way that history repeats itself. It's like when you go too far in this direction, it's only right that at some point the people over there get humbled by the people on the left, and so on and so forth. So yeah, the one-man federal Rico to me is
wow, right?
It's scary. It's scary because I know I can't beat it. Either I could be dead innocent, and I just gotta say this what the universe wanted. This was because I don't got Diddy money.
I don't.
I don't got it.
I'm in there. I'm fried.
Yeah.
I ain't got the money. The only thing that's keeping him afloat right now is those lawyers he's paying $1 million a piece to.
And that's what I told people. I said it's probably crazy with the, I think the legal team, they said he's up to 8. He probably paying $10 million, but that's why you become a billionaire for times like this.
Hell yeah.
But everybody ain't got $10 million. The majority of people.
No, so, and then you gotta look at it too. What about the ordinary Joe Smokes like me and you who are fighting that same case like Diddy, but they don't have the monetary funds to go ahead and keep them afloat to fight it, and they lose, they go to jail for 30, 40 years.
And that's what I mean. For me, my thing is gonna be I got people to take care of. I'm gonna probably try to get, instead of me taking the money I have in reserves, I need to keep the people I love afloat. Right. So y'all take that money, and I'm gonna get a public defender, and I'm gonna try to, cause it's looking 97% conviction rate. What am I doing anyway?
Yeah, but look, that's only the people. They got an 84% conviction rate in trial.
Oh.
So that means that Diddy only got a 16% chance of beating him. And even if it's a hung jury, not only that, if it's acquittal, if you get acquitted, found not guilty on all charges, that's different. But let's say he gets a hung jury, that don't mean he come out.
Yeah, he gotta fight again.
Yeah, he gotta fight again.
They're not trying to take that loss for sure.
If they take a loss like that, they're gonna come down 10 times harder on him the next time. And if you get found not guilty, then ride off into the sunset, keep your nose clean, and stay out the way. Because they're gonna be watching. They're gonna be on you. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot to lose. If you get found guilty on these charges right here, the feds are gonna come and take everything. They're gonna take all this stuff, everything.
Yeah, because Rico, they say he used the company as the enterprise. So yeah, United States is gonna seize all of that. Those kids' lifestyle is gonna change.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna have an assistance no more. people ain't gonna be working. People ain't gonna be around you for free.
Sprinter vans, security.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
So you know he got a lot to lose. Even if he would have pled guilty to 186 months, they still would have came into everything.
Guilty, yeah. Pleading guilty.
Because he would have had to admit that he did this, that. Now I think if they do find him guilty on something, it's gonna be the Mann Act. The Mann Act is that sex trafficking. You know what I'm saying? By them saying that they gas.
The Mann Act?
Yeah, the feds they put a law into place called the Mann Act. That was because the PIMPs was getting off with lesser charges, and they was coming out and still doing the same thing. So now they throw the Mann Act at you, and then these pimps are getting 25, 30, 40 years.
Yeah, I'm not for you put me on that. I never even heard of that before.
Yeah, and then they said, oh, didn't you get probation? Well, the feds go by what they call a sentencing guidelines chart, right? You got categories from 1 to 6. Then you got an offense level from 0 to 43, right? So wherever his offense level starts at determines how much time he's going to get, depending on enhancements and stuff like that. They found 2 views in his crib. They had the serial number scratched off. Now, they don't have to charge him with that. They just use that as an enhancement. See what I'm saying? That's a 3-point enhancement. When you scratch the serial numbers off, that means that you can't trace these people. See what I'm saying?
So going boost whatever.
Yeah. So say like if he had a 20, he could be at a 23 victims. That's another 3. That's 26. You see what I'm saying? Now the numbers look different. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at maybe you walk out of there with 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So hopefully everything not hopefully, right? The world don't make mistakes. Yeah. Everything going the way it's supposed to.
Everything, listen, wherever his faith is, it's going to happen for a reason. You know what I'm saying? If he gets out, if he gets found not guilty and he come out, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing I can say about it. You know what I'm saying? I think I would say that I don't believe that justice was served. Because if it was me or you, they wouldn't have to come as hard as they got to come in. They got the money. See what I'm saying? And the money is making them look bad. Because the money he's putting into this case right here, the lawyers are shredding all the witnesses up. They shredding their case, they testimony up. And Mia lady who got up there, she said she seemed solid yesterday. Today, they shredded her ass. They shredded her.
Yeah, I was here all day, so that's usually my thing. I come see the madness going on outside, we get back, and we tune in to see what was going on inside. But my people, man, like, I don't think it's nothing special, but, you know, I'm a journalist, issue credentials by the city. But,
yeah.
Yeah,
somebody just sent me the link to apply online. Then they say that go down to Center Street, because my videos that I do like 500,000 views on.
Yeah, nah, you definitely. It was 6. Like, you needed to cover 6 events. But I'm sure you said you've been out for the George Floyd and all that. So I'm sure you probably have enough. The thing is, they give you the link, you gotta upload it, the link to your video, and then you gotta have a still of it. You don't need to be in it, but you gotta have 6 newsworthy events, and you good to go.
Okay.
You good to go.
All right. You gotta be separate events?
That's the one thing I'm not sure about. So, like, I go to, besides this, I do, like, I don't really like to say it, but I ain't been cursing too much. Like, the Palestine, I go to everything they do. Yeah, they just told me about it. But yeah.
I'm gonna head down there to the Barclays Center down there.
But yeah, that work right there, you pull out your phone, get even 5 minutes worth of footage. That right there is one of the things you'll be able to submit towards the credentials.
Okay, all right. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
What's your YouTube handle?
David, New York.
David, New York. All right. I might need you to walk me through this, man, as far as the credentials walk, because with the credentials you can go anywhere. You know barricades is that?
Parade, you walk in everything. How
long is it for?
This one good for 2 years. 2 years. Oh no, wait. Three years.
So say like if I see police getting into with somebody.
Nah.
Not that?
They're not. Like, let's say you went to one of the parades that any of the parades they have in the city, Puerto Rican Day Parade, that's a newsworthy event. You outside the Diddy trial covering that's a newsworthy event. The Luigi Mangione, that's a newsworthy event. Protest, newsworthy event.
Got it.
Even like let's say they have like, you know, them city organized, like they'll shut down the street and they'll have a street market day. That's a newsworthy event.
But you out here in 2020?
I was at City Hall, yeah, right up there, Occupy City Hall.
I was there.
Yeah, they come there. I never saw you, but they cut. I used to have a YouTube. They cut that down. I had to learn the game. I was talking about stuff they didn't want me to talk about, so I learned. You live, you learn. Everything happened for a reason. And
yeah, I was by myself, but then I got connected with a group called. They was doing themselves New York City marches. So I got a sponsor deal with Dunkin' Donuts and Domino's Pizza. So I was giving. Remember, we had all the homeless people over there.
wow, now things come full circle. Cause I remember them giving out pizza.
That was for me.
Wow, you know Relly?
Yeah.
You know Relly?
Yeah. Now look, let me tell you. Me and Relly started off. Relly can tell you about me.
All right.
Me and Relly started off like this. Then I did a joint with Jacob Blake, and
I don't know who that is.
He got reviewed in the back by the police in Milwaukee in Kenosha.
All right.
I went down there. I went to the hospital. And I did the interview. I was the first. I got the first interview. Man, what's this dude's name? Ben Crump. He called me on the phone. He got my number and called me on the phone and said, "Yo, why you do that? You did that interview. You messed up the family money because we were shopping his first interview around. But I did the first interview. I was in the Shade Room, World Star, Say Cheese, Baller Alert, and I was on CBS, Fox News. I was on all the.
You know what's crazy, man? The world is so big and so small at the same time.
Yeah.
I probably know a bunch of people you know, and this is I seen you, and they was telling me in the comments, they're like, that's Big Mike. I'm like, I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah.
Here it is, we have this conversation. Yeah. You was there, I was there.
I was there from the very beginning till the very end. When they was coming, I said, yo, they was lined up on Broadway in formation. I ran back there and said, yo, they coming. You know what I'm saying? And see, Relly had pushed this narrative. There was a lot of cancel culture during that time. If you was an activist and you wasn't with the certain cliques and you was doing something, you know what I'm saying? They were trying to cancel you. They was pushing the narrative that I was a cop because I have a chaplain badge. I'm a chaplain too. They was pushing that narrative around, so people was like, "Yeah, I don't know. That's Big Mike. I don't know." You know what I'm saying? So some people was like neutral and was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna mess with him. I'm just gonna chill." Some people was like, "Yo, nah, I don't believe that." Even when we showing my badge, I was like, "Yo, look, you know what I'm saying? My joint is not a cop badge. It looked like it, but it's not." But anyway, me and Relly, we pieced it out after I came home. Peace officer. They locked me up at JFK Airport in 2021. Feds. They got me for going to a gun range in Dallas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that's why, again.
The police was like, we used to get it on with the police right here, and Antifa used to come. Antifa used to come, and they used to, what you call it? Antifa, all right, got you. Antifa used to come and block this whole thing right here, and we used to have to get it on with the police, but we had that blocked off. But the way they came that night, they came in the morning, like 6 in the morning. They came from this way and the other way. And they came in and they saw just knocking everything down. All the homeless people, you couldn't find no homeless person in New York. They was all over here.
Yeah, man. I remember, bro. It was so, like, and it was funny because they didn't really want people to record in there because the faces.
Right.
But they was like, you know, it was the same. They was like, and bro, all the homeless people were sweeping up.
That was their home.
It was crazy.
They had tents in the grass and everything.
It was
that
crazy.
Was their home. And for a while, they couldn't do nothing. They couldn't do nothing because it's your constitutional right to assemble, right? And that's a public park right there. So if you sit there and say, nah, we ain't going nowhere, you can't do nothing. The problem was there was too many fights and stuff going on. They were sending a lot of cells in there to go ahead and start stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. So now when crimes are occurring, now they got a right to come in there and say, all right, we gotta break this up. You see what I'm saying? Well, I used to march everywhere around here. I used to tell the police, listen, we used to start at 14th Street. I used to say, look, I ain't gotta hide where we're going. We're going to 42nd Street. If you touch any one of our protesters, we're non-violent. But if you touch one of our protesters, we're gonna reciprocate that with violence. You know what jammed me up? Washington Square Park. I don't know if you may remember this. In 2021, they got it on in Washington Square Park. A lot of the protesters with the police. I went out there by myself. By the time I got there, everybody was gone. Me and the Asian cop got into it. So I called the Asian cop the C word. You know, the C.
Yeah.
And then they drugged me. Nickus Lou Short and Inspector used to walk around and be getting people kettled and all that. They set me up. The media was videotaping me call the cop the C word. And then you know the Asian hate and all that. They drugged me.
Yeah. That time they even passed a law. Yeah.
They drugged me, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Somebody said that's Big Mike. Shout out to your YouTube, man.
Yeah, guys, go check him out. Big Mike 626 on TikTok and Big Mike 606.
No, Big Mike 0626
0626 on YouTube.
Right now I'm advocating for homeless shelters. I was working in a homeless shelter. They fired me. I did a joint up there with Dan Myers. He went up there with me. It went viral. That video went viral. So like I ain't trying to be loud together and try to get views. I'm being loud. And trying to be correct. That's all.
I hear you, bro.
So that's why when I go over here, you know what I'm saying, my daughter was a victim of sex trafficking.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So I had to go. I'm from Brooklyn. You from Brooklyn?
Harlem.
I had to go to the pin track in Brooklyn with all the prostitutes I had from ages 12 years old on up. And I was looking for my daughter. So I have a vested interest in this right here. Because if he did half of the stuff that they saying he did, nah, I don't wish jail on nobody. I don't wish it on nobody. But if he did half the stuff that they saying he did, he needed to be in jail. He needed to sit down for a little while and reevaluate his life and stop thinking that because his money and his power that the elite give him, that he has the right to do what he want to do. You can't do what you want to do. You know?
Yeah.
You can't do what you
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Yeah, right? So you can't do what you want to do. Because these people will remind you, no, he's Diddy, worth $400 million. his net depleted from $1 billion down to $400 million. And by the time he gets out, he may lose more money. And even when he get out, he's gonna be canceled anyway. Nobody's gonna do nothing.
Like you said, he just gotta he won't be able to look at none of them. And he can't do nothing to none of them anymore with all the slander they threw on him. So he just gotta find a little island and
just relax.
Get going.
Take your kids. Go with Russell Simmons.
Bali.
Go to Bali.
Yeah.
He know you can't extradite him from there. Go there. You know what I'm saying? Diddy was thinking about that at first to stay there. Because he was there when he was like, I was in a dark place. I apologize. He had to come back because his family here. They would have picked on his family.
Yeah, they raided the house.
Yeah, they would have picked on it. They would have locked his sons up. So at least I think that he's a conscious father. Where he ain't gonna let his children get jammed up. Because he's in jail so that they don't mess with his mama. Don't mess with his kids. He could have stayed in Ballard, and then guess what happened? His kids would have been locked up right now. But you want, as a father, you want to watch your kids go through what you want, what he's going through right now?
Yeah, I hear that, yeah. Sure did raid him and had his kids on the front lawn, yeah?
Yeah. Not just the California crib.
Florida, Maya, it was Florida. Right?
Yeah. Where Cali at? Cali said, I ain't messing with Diddy. No. JC, where he at? That's why I asked those questions. People was like, yo, why you asking? No, I'm asking those questions because that's something to think about. You think Diddy ain't thinking about the questions that I just asked them, the kids?
Got nothing but time to think in there. Nothing but time every day. Though that car ride, that cell, that shower.
Because he's gonna come out through here. If he ain't already, he's gonna come out through here. They're gonna shoot around, and they're gonna go right back across that bridge and take him right to NBC, which is a hellhole. That's New York all in one building, all boroughs. You know what I'm saying? And then Barney come out there. Again. I looked around, I saw her, she said, me and Big Mike want to get peed on. Barney, what are you doing, Big Barney? What are you doing?
Barney always trying to make a splash.
And really took a lot of tips from me. He took a lot of tips from me. He watched how I was doing things. Even when they got to a point where if you marching in the street and you ain't got a permit, they be like, this is the police. I used to say, really, anytime they start doing that, get on the sidewalk. Get on the sidewalk and you march. Because guess what? They can't do that. You're on the sidewalk and you're not blocking the public easement. So you can go ahead and do it on the sidewalk. Then go back in the street after when you get away from it. Because they can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Those type of tactics like that. Surrounding the police. I used to be like, surround them. They don't like that. That's against their policy, not to let people get behind them. That's why when they go ahead and they trying to deal with you, they back to back. You know what I'm saying? The little tactics like that. You know? Now, I don't got nothing against Relly or nobody. If that's whatever they doing. I seen on Instagram Relly had a court situation in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing against Relly. Relly beats it out with me. Relly was one of my enemies. Mozzie too.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he used to go black, he was over in City Hall, little short kid. Yeah.
But yeah, man, what my whole, I don't know if you, I know how it is, especially as I keep moving in this space. It's full time when you a one man operation, but I think you're gonna be very. I'm here at the Diddy trial, but this isn't, for me, it's kind of like I'm in this celebrity gossip space, and I be feeling silly sometimes because it's like I don't want to say a circus because it's a serious matter, but it just be like celebrity gossip, this, that, the other, and they're like, David, you don't know such and such, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. That's like celebrity. My whole thing is politics, government, police accountability, They even, I don't know if you're familiar with what a First Amendment audit is.
Yeah.
They put me in that category because of the work I do with the, or not with, but
You be doing the First Amendment audit?
cop. Yeah, they call me cop. Why? I like. There's more to the world
You know
than
Jose LaSalle?
no.
He's the one that one of the founders for Cop Watch. He's from the Bronx.
Yeah,
Spanish dude.
I'm not familiar with him at all.
Yeah, he used to be down the city hall too. He used to be anywhere where the protesters was at, he was right there. Him and Steve all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Him and Relly got into it one time. You know, but bro.
Yo, pleasure. Nice talking to you, man.
talking to you.
I gotta learn to be a little bit more social because here it is. You wound up being a good dude, nice conversation, and a lot of times I be having that. Let me just sit back and.
That's when Bonnie came over there and saw me over there. She said, "Oh no, big Mike over here. I want my jaw to stay intact. I'm scared of you." And, you know, she do anything to try to, you know.
Yeah.
I looked around today, and she done came out of nowhere with a messed up wig on, everything. Me and Big Mike want to get peed on. I was like, oh. Peace, bro.
All right, man. Be safe. Man, there's 109 of y'all in here. I forgot I still had a chicken wrap. I'm gonna eat that now. I forgot I had a chicken wrap. I gotta be more social, guys. Talk to more humans. I try my best, Patricia. I do try my best. I can't make promises, but I try my best. There's nothing wrong with being a loner. Less drama, less problems. Less people, less problems. People and problems go hand in hand. Got 109 people to talk to. What do I need to talk to any of these New York schmucks? I don't need to talk to any of these New York schmucks. Got 109 of you right here. What time do you usually go home? I'm a Rolling Stone. Where I lay my hat's my home. Nah, I usually try to leave. Oh man. I need to get my phone checked out. But I don't want to do it right now. What time is it? People Problems comment got you new sub. Sir M Craft a lot. Appreciate you. Tisha Tells. Yeah, she's been here every day. Business lady. Watching her, it makes me realize, like, there's a level you need to be able to take it up to. Like, she's good at this social media talking. I learn from people, like, regardless if we're in the same space or not. It makes me realize, like, you gotta be better. You gotta take it further. I gotta be more personable, more interactive, which is not my normal Lucy. Lucy, you going to sleep? Have a good night, love. I'm about to get on the train. Yeah, let's get out of here. Somebody invited me out for a drink, but I just want to chill, bro. I don't want to talk. I want to sit and do nothing. And I don't want nobody to talk to me. Well, people can talk to me, but I don't want to talk, you know? Like, I just want to listen. I want to chill and listen. And if I meet anybody, I got to talk. So since I got to talk, I'm just going home. Or not home, I'm going to work. Ah. Don't litter, guys. Save Mother Earth. All that jazzy stuff they say. All the jazzy stuff they say. Save the Earth. At least we won't have to deal with rush hour, traffic, and all that stuff.